What's going on, everybody? Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky here. We have a bit of snow to talk about this evening. A weather pattern that gets colder, gets windy, and is active through the weekend. So lots to iron out here today. If you are joining me via Facebook, fantastic, whether that is the TMJ4 Facebook page or my own Facebook page. I encourage you after this to also, if you're watching on a Facebook feed, find me on YouTube. I'm simultaneously streaming this on YouTube as well. Niz Weather Wisdom is my YouTube page, Niz Weather Wisdom. So you can search Brian Niz, N-I-Z, or Niz Weather. That probably works too. Find me there too. It's just I'm trying to stream on multiple platforms to be able to get the biggest reach here for everybody to get this weather update information. I appreciate you though for joining. If you have a question, if you have a comment, please fire away. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be able to read that here, your question here, and answer it live. So, but hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions by simply going through the presentation, talking about the timing, what we're seeing now, what's arriving. We'll talk about when the snow arrives for your town this evening, and we'll also talk about how much snow we're thinking, and we'll get into the cold as well. So there's a lot to talk about with the weather. So let's get right to it here. As we switch over to the radar, you can see there's an area of light snow that's moving through central Wisconsin. Maybe a couple pockets of moderate snow, but this really does not look to be a big deal as of right now. If you happen to be watching in the northern half of the state, there's some light snow now stretching into Wausau, Stevens Point, up to Rhinelander, over towards Rice Lake, and Eau Claire, and this all is dropping down. And I expect this to fill in and affect us here in the next couple of hours here in southeastern Wisconsin. Hey, Dennis, I see your comment already. Wants to know how much we're thinking in Twin Lakes. I would say 1 to 3 inches. I'll show you a map here, though, in just a little bit. Bigger picture, before I get to timing out the computer models, there is a larger area of low pressure that's to the north, and this all is dropping down. This is the first piece of energy with it. So as we look at this map here, you have this initial area of snow, and then you have another wave of snow. This is probably will be the heaviest rate of snow rates, and this arrives during the early morning hours tomorrow. And then you have this area of low pressure and more scattered snow showers that will be dropping down as well. So again, not looking at a major winter storm, not looking at any period where it's just dumping crazy and the snow is really piling up, but we're just going to have occasional on and off snow here over the next couple of days. This first round this evening, and then that second round tomorrow morning, and then a couple more scattered later rounds to follow. So Gary's wanting to know West Bend time. Margot's wanting to know how much in Milwaukee. Should it be clear on Saturday in Sheboygan County? I wouldn't say completely clear Saturday in Sheboygan County, but definitely lighter and more scattered. I do think you're still dealing with some snow and some slippery conditions on Saturday as well. So West Bend timing we'll get to, and how much in Milwaukee we will get to. Let's tackle all that. So as we look at the HRRR computer model, let me load this up here. This is for just southeast Wisconsin. The HRRR computer model I like because it's made for near-term events, so short-range events within 24-hour period. We'll take a look at a couple models that do well with that, and we'll go from there. So this initializes pretty well with that light snow in central Wisconsin. And notice by, I would say, 6 o'clock, locations northwest of Milwaukee, starting to see some of this light snow. So yes, West Bend. I would say 6 o'clock and on. Definitely by 7 o'clock in West Bend, if not making it all the way to Milwaukee by 7 o'clock. So any of you who are watching this on your computer at work, plan on a later evening commute starting to get slippery. Earlier the better. I'm not saying you have to get home by 4, but 5 is definitely better than 7 with this timing. So let's scrub through time here. Snow continues through much of the evening, a lighter snow, and then some scattered snow showers possible through the night. And then into tomorrow morning. This could be, as I was just talking about on the radar and satellite, this round during the morning hours tomorrow, during the morning commute, could be our heaviest round of snow. This is where I think the travel conditions will probably be at their worst, right around 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Also, the potential is there during this time frame. It's not showing up on our Futurecast, but there is the potential that the upper levels are getting warm enough that some of this could be freezing drizzle during this time. There's no advisory yet from the National Weather Service, but if that freezing drizzle risk pans out, there will be the risk, the chance that the Weather Service issues a winter weather advisory. So that round of snow in the morning moves out, and then notice how much more scattered stuff becomes in the afternoon and evening. These could actually be, not only scattered, but briefly heavier bursts of snow during the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Definitely more hit and miss than what we're going to see this evening, and then into tomorrow morning. More of a scattered variety of snow. I think this is a good time to pause, check out any other questions that come in. I need to go. Annette wants to know, she needs to go from Waukesha to the airport at 5 a.m. Should I plan on needing extra time? Yes, I would plan on needing extra time. I think roads will be slippery during that time frame. Patty says Kansas City needs snow. I'll work on that. Any freezing rain Friday morning? Carmen wants to know. I just touched on that. Yes, I do think there is some freezing rain potential with this. Are we looking at a major ice storm? No. So yeah, okay, we'll get right to it again. This is also a time that I want to let you folks know. Thank you for joining on Facebook. That's awesome. I highly encourage you, though, after this, or even right now if you'd like, try to find me on YouTube and hit subscribe. Find Brian Niz on YouTube or Niz Weather Wisdom, the same page. Those are just the easiest ways to search for it. Hit subscribe, and you'll be able to get these simulcast streams a lot easier on even another platform on YouTube. So I highly encourage finding me on YouTube. All right, let's get right back to it. Again, becoming a lot more scattered tomorrow afternoon, evening, maybe another lull tomorrow night, but then potentially more scattered snow showers on Saturday. This HRRR computer model does not really show much happening on Saturday. However, I do think with that low spinning to the northeast, cold air advection, we're at least going to have some scattered snow showers. Let's switch over to the graph. The graph is an in-house computer model. This is also very similar to the model I showed you, but it does a little bit better in like that 24 to 48 hour time range. So let's scrub through it. Snow this evening, there's that round. Here comes the round tomorrow morning, which clearly has a little more beef to it, right? You see that? It's got a little more to it. So tomorrow morning, had that question about 5 a.m. Look what 5 a.m. looks like. So the early morning commute tomorrow looks to be probably our worst period during this whole entire time frame. And then more scattered wraparound snow showers. Hit and miss, though, that will continue right on through the weekend. So we're looking at the bulk of the snow with this long duration event tonight and tomorrow morning. And then hit and miss stuff. So as far as snow amounts go, we had questions of those. And this map is going to be very general. I've been debating on making it more specific in spots. Your expectations of a meteorologist is to be as precise as we possibly can. This event, given the scattered nature, in general, I think we're looking at a broad 1 to 3 inches of snow for tonight and tomorrow for southeastern Wisconsin. Some models have that better chance of 3 north of Milwaukee. Some even have it south of Milwaukee. It's a little tough to determine that. So I would just plan on 1 to 3 inches of snow, maybe a little freezing drizzle. Again, this is just for tonight and into tomorrow morning. And then, yes, we can tack on some minor additional snow accumulations Saturday and into Sunday. I'm going to show you some raw model data here. Please remember to refer back to this as our official forecast. But what you're going to see is, in general, what 1 to 3 inches looks like according to the models. This is the NAM, another medium range model. Through tomorrow. Looks like 1 to 3 inches, right? Kind of throughout the area. This one leans on maybe that best chance of 3 across our northern spots. Let's take a look at what the HRRR says. Again, tonight through tomorrow, the HRRR is coming in hotter. HRRR is definitely coming in with more snow. This has more of a, I would say, a 2 to 4 inch look to it. It's the first time I've seen the HRRR doing this, so we're just going to have to weigh this. This could be a reason that I adjust my forecast for the 5, 6 o'clock. So this is the first time I'm seeing these numbers. Still, for now, refer back to this as the forecast for us. Let's take a look at the graph. What is the graph doing for amounts? If I can find it. Where is the graph? Sorry, this is bad stream. Let's do, where's the graph? Let's do GFS first. GFS, a 1 to 2 inch snow, 1 to 3 inches across the area for Friday into Saturday. But then watch this. So then if we get persistent snow showers through the weekend, see how we tack on a little bit more? Saturday and Sunday, not a ton more, but just a little more. But as far as the tonight through Friday, 1 to 3 inches according to the GFS, National Weather Service product. Let's show what the European model shows. So really the outlier right now is the HRRR. Now I have to give weight to the HRRR because the HRRR is the best model for short range and it's showing a lot more snow. So here's the European model through tomorrow, 1 to 3 inches. And then watch what happens over the weekend. Tax on a little bit more. Maybe by the weekend, much of the area, 3, 4 inches of snow. We'll see. But right now, tonight into tomorrow, looks to be in that, let me rewind it here, into that 1 to 3 inch range. Very interesting what the HRRR is doing, but I have to give weight to it again because the HRRR is best for near terms. Here's graph. Okay, so this will be this will help me out too. Graph, another one good with near term. If the graph gets beefy too, probably should bump the totals up. Graph is also looking more like a 2 to 4. Another factor here that the models might not be picking up on is that tomorrow temperatures could rise close to freezing, if not a little bit above, which could suppress some of this accumulation. So yeah. Graph and HRRR are coming in a little hotter. Right now I'm going 1 to 3. I could see making this a 2 to 4. What do you guys think? Should I do it? Leave a question, comment. I'd love to hear that. This will be a good time before I hit the questions again. My pitch again, that if you are watching this on Facebook, awesome. Leave comments, questions. Thank you. If you're watching this on the TMJ4 Facebook page, find me on the my own Facebook page, and I'll be able to give you more updates this way if you like this content. Brian Niznansky Facebook page. And then even more so, I highly recommend finding my YouTube page. Search Brian Niz, N-I-Z, on YouTube, and that should take you to my YouTube page, and then hit subscribe there, and then you get notified when I'm doing these streams. So, all right, I'll leave this map up, and we'll go through any questions or comments that are coming in. How's South Milwaukee gonna look, you think? Joshua wants to know. I mean, according to this, 2 to 3 inches of snow tonight and tomorrow, and then maybe we tack on some more tomorrow. I have to go from Sussex to West Bend Friday morning. Doctor appointment at 9 a.m. Will I be okay on the freeway? Depends on what you consider okay. If you do not like driving in any snow, I would highly recommend not doing it. If you have four-wheel drive, you got comfortable conditions, I'm not saying the roads are going to be impassable. I do think they will be slippery. Will there be wind during the snowstorms like the wind the last storm? Yeah, there's going to be some wind. I don't think 40-mile-per-hour gusts, but some 30-mile-per-hour gusts tomorrow. John says, change it to 2 to 4. Or Joan. I like it. Good motivation. Friday evening, you mentioned scattered bursts of heavier snow, heavy enough to meet squall criteria. Nick wants to know. I don't think so, Nick. I think in most, there's going to be some shear in most times when you reach snow squall criteria. You need convection. I'm not seeing much instability with this stuff developing, but never say never. As of right now, I do not see it to be that heavy. What about Kenosha? Joey, if you're wondering about the amounts, 1 to 3, I think this is a good reminder to go back to the timing of this. If you're wondering about the timing, The timing for Kenosha looks to be, I would say, arriving around 8 o'clock tonight. 7, 8 o'clock. And then the second heavier burst tomorrow morning between 5 and 8 o'clock for Kenosha. Rebecca's headed to pick up someone up at the airport, O'Hare, at 12:30 a.m. Will I be okay? I think so. I mean, again, it depends on your comfort level. Not expecting really bad conditions at that time frame. Just a little bit slippery. So I appreciate everybody for joining me on this stream. Again, highly recommend finding me on YouTube, Brian Niz, N-I-Z. Of course, Facebook's fine too. Facebook's awesome, whether it's the TMJ4 page and Brian Niznansky's page. So thanks so much. I appreciate it, everybody.